Dune! Just finished watching it, and I have to say, you gotta watch this movie. It's great. This is gonna be a quick one, as I'm still working on my Daniel Craig 007 review, but I couldn't just be silent about this movie. This was groundbreaking in my opinion, and I want to see more cinema like this. Usually when Hollywood tries to adapt a book into a movie, we get piles and piles of contrived bullshit that barely shares more than just the name of the property it's trying to portray. So when I heard over a year ago that Frank Herbert's novel Dune would be getting a screen adaptation, again, I was sure it would join the ranks of some of these films. Now, I've never personally read Dune. Shit was like over 400 pages and like 5 books. So the likes of this and this ended up winning my attention over a series about space politics and trade. I did watch the 1984 adaptation, but holy hell was that a mess, and I was like 10. So I'm pretending I've never been exposed to the universe before. After watching this film, I am honestly interested in reading these novels to divulge into the lore as much as possible. Dune awakened something in myself that I have not felt in a long time. I haven't felt like a movie has captivated me and made me say wow since Blade Runner 2049, which was directed by Denis Villeneuve, whatever, just like Dune 2020. For what I've been told and what limited research I've done, it would seem the novel of Dune is relatively difficult to digest. It follows numerous characters over large spans of time with numerous planets and a host of different conflicts. Such a Herculean story would be daring and risky to put on screen because, let's face it, the average moviegoer isn't really interested in keeping a D&D fact sheet while watching a film. Explosions, save the world plots, zombies, and aliens, it sells. It's simple, and it's easy to mass produce. So to finally be presented a world where something else is available is definitely refreshing. Now, this review is going to be a little different because I don't want to spoil too much here. I really want as many people as possible to see this film. I'm proud to mention a part 2 has been greenlight already by the time of writing this script. However, I think way more praise and money should be thrown at this cast and crew. I'll basically be giving a general overview of the movie, a few things that worked for me, with a few that don't, and speculations as to where I think the story will go, again, blind. The story opens on planet Arrakis, where the people, known as the Fremen, are being subjugated by House Harkonnen. For whatever reason, the Harkonnen, whom have been successful in enslaving the Fremen and extracting the most valuable resource in the universe, spice, something unique to Arrakis, end up being replaced by House Atreides. Jeez, just writing this shit proves my point. Was that even English? But anyway, House Atreides is where our protagonist Paul, and everyone we already care about in this franchise, resides. The swap out ends up being a coup led by the Harkonnen and the Emperor to eradicate House Atreides. The movie then spends the 2-hour runtime following Paul as he uncovers mysteries about himself, his parents, and the attack he barely survived. It's a fairly simple story, which also leads to what I'm trying to illustrate here. Everything in this universe is political, slow-moving, and methodical. And that is something that is hard to represent on screen. So you take those aspects, plus all the ones I've already mentioned, and this should have been a huge expensive mess. However, a lot of things in this movie just seem to work. I think the concept of the Bene Gesserit is fucking awesome, and the Jedi mind trick like parcel tongue thing is a nice little addition to the story. I like how a character can tone it incorrectly to make it less effective to give a balance to a relatively broken spell. I like how Arrakis is painted as this desolate land that will kill almost anyone who inhabits it. I like how Paul is teased to be special the entire movie by pretty much everyone we meet. However, it's foreshadowed this might be a bad thing in the future. The cinematography in this movie is gorgeous. Like, look at this. And this. I saw this on a TV screen the first time, and it didn't do it justice. This is an IMAX scale, beautiful looking movie. The soundtrack is Hansi. I think the relationship between Oscar Isaac as Duke Leto Atreides and Timothy Chalamet as Paul Atreides is believable, although a little cold at times. The shields are dope. Use of archaic languages like, sign language and Mandarin, all of Javier Bardem. I really like this film, I'm not gonna lie. I would say one thing that annoyed me, and it's kind of a small inconsistency kind of thing, would be the sandworm concept. To me, it would seem if you're on the rocks or something, then you're pretty much protected from being eaten. But if you're anywhere on the sand, that's where it gets dangerous. But during the journey, I swear I see Paul and Jessica just walking sometimes. And not sand walking, just walking. And the only time we really get worm interaction is when we need tension or action. I just don't want to see these used as a Deus Ex Machina in the future. Again, this is a small complaint, and I'm sure I'm thinking too much about it. Obviously, this is a setup movie for part 2. You get a lot of who is who in this movie, a lot of set pieces without a lot of serious movement, and I think that's okay. I feel like Dune is playing an elaborate game of chess, and rushing this isn't the right way to play it. Hopefully Denis God, what is this guy's name? Villeneuve?
Hi, my name is Denis Villeneuve.
Is taking his time and flushing this entire story out, giving us a good old-fashioned slow burn. I'm disappointed we have to wait 2 years before we get another dose, but excited that Dune wasn't anywhere as close to as bad as this movie. That's all, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit like on this video and to subscribe to my channel so you know when I release new content. Thank you to everyone who has supported me so far, and thank you to my artist for this DJ Dombie avatar. So the link is found here on Fiverr. Thank you so much for all the work that you've done for me, and probably will continue to do. Highly recommend them, and you can find them in the link below. I'll put it in the comments. The No Time to Die / Daniel Craig review will be the next DJ Dombie production, but I'm taking a different angle at that than I had originally intended. I'm gonna be looking at Craig as a Bond in general instead of reviewing the actual movie. I'll obviously be using the movie as evidence. I just want to review the man more than the property, honestly. No Time to Die was alright, but I don't know, I have not that much to say about it, but I have like a lot of feelings regarding Daniel Craig's Bond. So stay tuned for that one. Plus something fun planned shortly after. So thank you. Be safe.